All right, now let's talk more about this. And I'm pleased to be joined by Hu Naijun, an associate professor from the School of Public Policy and Management at the University of the Chinese Academy of Sciences. Well, Professor Hu, great to have you with us on China 24. So as we heard, China will launch a vaccination program for its nationals abroad. How will these programs benefit the global community as a whole?
I think because of COVID-19, the international communications and the people meetings and travels have been cut down. But as we all know that finally we have to be back to normal. And the international communications between people to people, the travelings must be back to normal. But before that, we must have a kind of vaccination program. That is to say, not only to shoot not only the vaccination, but also a kind of certificate that will provide a kind of certification to tell other country that the specific people have been vaccinated. So I think, in my opinion, China's vaccination program not only includes the vaccination to the people in China, out of China, but also a kind of a certification system in which any country can recognize the people that can be vaccinated. And I think this will help the world back to normal after the virus.
Well, countries around the world are now racing against time to inoculate their populations. What is your assessment of how countries are handling their vaccination campaigns, and how can they be improved altogether to bring the pandemic to an end?
Well, I think it's still very early to judge when the pandemic will come to an end. That is to say, there are kind of controversial issues. On the one hand, is this kind of the velocity and the coverage range of the vaccination. But on the other hand, there is the cost we have to take into consideration. That is to say, the larger you vaccinate, the more you vaccinate in the shorter period, the kind of cost will be also larger. So I think under the situation of this, there must be a kind of international cooperations. For example, the vaccination must be shared between different countries, and the result, the process, the certificates, even the kind of vaccination passport we have talked about, should all be included in this program. That is to say, only after the cooperation between different countries, our human beings as a whole can put an end to the pandemic.
Yeah, well, Professor Hu Naijun, thank you so much for your analysis.